Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA 5 video, we're going to be continuing our series of Mr. Boss for the win getting destroyed in Grand Theft Auto Online. So we have a new edition of our saga today, and this is all going to be about vehicle cargo. That's right, I was having the hardest freaking time selling vehicles yesterday, like more so than I'd ever had in one session. And this occurred in multiple lobbies. I'll explain the entire thing. Alright, so yesterday I hopped on Grand Theft Auto 5, and basically what I wanted to do was just import and export a lot of cars. Now, I was doing this for two reasons. Number one, I was getting some gameplay to use for various videos like Q&As or explaining what sort of content is coming next. I feel like doing the business stuff is more so entertaining than maybe just randomly driving around. But also, number two, I legitimately do like a lot of the import-export stuff on purpose because it's a great way to make money. I mean, you can take a look at my stats right here. I've stolen 80 vehicles at an 86% success rate. I've exported 52 at a 100% success rate. Well, that's about to change today, as I seriously had like the hardest problem doing this. You can see here I've earned just under $5 million, which is pretty good for just sort of doing this one vehicle at a time all by myself. I know a lot of you guys probably have way higher amounts here, but I'm just doing this sort of on my own. But you can see there, this is something that I legitimately do. Now, the night started off pretty good. I wasn't having really any problem sourcing any of these vehicles. I would just drive to the location or fly to the location, and then I would navigate my way through the hectic traffic-filled streets of Los Santos, and I would deliver it back to my warehouse. Then what I would do is check my computer, see how long I had to export another vehicle. If I had time, like 5 or 6 or 10 minutes, I would go source another car. I would ultimately bring it back, and then I would ultimately sell my vehicles because once the time is up, I want to be as efficient as possible, and I want to sell it. So that's exactly what I did, and things were actually going really, really well. I think I was doing it for about 20 or 30 minutes, wasn't running into any issues, and then I was going to source another car. I decided I was going to source a vehicle, just get one done since I had spawned in my office. And my objective here was to get this top range Osiris with the Pharaoh tag. I think the Osiris is one of the cooler supercars we have in the game. Sort of gets overlooked by all the new ones we've got added, but I still think it's a really cool vehicle. So what I did was I went to my assistant, I selected a Pegasus vehicle, and I actually got myself a Buzzard this time. And I'm not sure if I was super hostile to the rest of the lobby. In fact, I had like just gotten in here. But I didn't take more than about 5 or 10 seconds off of my helipad, and boom, I get destroyed instantly. Now, I was thinking to myself, okay, that's not bad. You know, maybe that guy just saw a Buzzard flying around the city, and he fired, and he killed me. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, maybe I'll get off scotch-free here. I spawn in, I start running up the street, and then all of a sudden I'm blown up by a random explosion. And it literally doesn't say how I died, it just says wasted. And now at this point, I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm probably in a lobby with a modder or something like that. That's the only thing I could think of that could, put a random explosion like that was going to kill me. So I was playing very cautiously for the rest of this car sourcing, but I actually stole this Porsche and then I just drove to the location. And the modder or whoever was bothering me decided, I'm not worth their time anymore. And I was actually able to successfully grab the Osiris. I was thinking to myself, okay, we're good to go here. Nothing is going to happen. I'm just going to bring this back to the warehouse. Now, I did have a couple NPCs following me, but that's pretty traditional when you're doing stuff in lobbies like this. And then all of a sudden, boom, I get obliterated by a freaking orbital strike. So it says there, Zach 809 obliterated you with the orbital cannon, and then Kool-Aid Inc. destroyed your vehicle cargo. I think this is the first time I've had my vehicle cargo destroyed with the orbital cannon. So a little bit unfortunate right there. And Rockstar should honestly change that. They should make business cargo and like Doomsday Heist prep mission stuff off limits for the orbital cannon, because that's such a bummer when you're doing business stuff or you're sourcing or selling, and then just someone sitting in their office or their facility can push a button and destroy you. But that got blown up pretty quickly. And I thought I was going to get there, and I obviously got destroyed. And Zach knows what he's doing. He says, there you go, new video idea. And little did Zach know that he was only the first on the evening that would attempt to do something like this. So maybe the word spread, I'm not sure. But bravo, Zach, you ended up destroying my Osiris, which was a top-end car, man. Are you freaking kidding me? So I was a little bit salty about that. Anyways, the day went on, and now it's time for us to sell a vehicle. So I'm thinking to myself, I need to recoup a little bit of that money, so I'm going to sell a top-range car. And I wanted to get rid of this one right here. This one had been in my warehouse for a long time now. It was this golden Z-Type. And I was like, okay, this is going to be a little bit of a pain to sell, but I really want to get rid of this so that it's not just sitting in here. It had been here for a while. So because it was gold, I literally just painted it another shade of gold, changed up the wheels, changed up the rims, and we were ready to go. Now, my driving here was not great, but you can see we have a commission percentage of $100,000 here. That's the goal. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, so first of all, I run into this other car. That's my fault. So you can see it goes down to $98,000. But then watch how quickly this drops the commission value. It ends up dropping to $82,000 because I was hit with something. Then it drops all the way down to even lower, $72,000, then $60,000, then $46,000. How did I lose over $50,000 of commission from something that could do damage to me but not kill me? Like, are you kidding me right now? I can't win for losing. So I'm assuming this is a modder, because if this was like an explosive sniper rifle round, wouldn't that have just blown me up? I mean, I've shot 2 explosive sniper rifle rounds like a hunter, and it blew it up. So I don't know what happened here, but I literally lost $54,000 worth of value on this vehicle, and there's really nothing I can do at this point. I already have it out, so I've got to deliver it for less than 50% of what it's worth, which is really depressing. And then I actually end up getting it to the dealer, and you can see here, commission lost $53,000 with market value lost at 86%. Yikes. That's a tough day at the office right there. So even when cars are not getting destroyed, they're losing 86% of their value, man. I literally could not win on this night. This is seriously so frustrating. But hey, I wasn't going to give up that easy, so it was time for me to march on. And my next task was to find this T20. I love T20s based off of McLaren P1s. They're super cool. So I was told to go to Rancho. That's where I was supposed to go. And I was dropping my helicopter down. Boom! Exploded out of the sky. I wasn't even in a Buzzard. I was in a freaking Swift. Like, I can't harm anyone in this Wires for Empathy in your livery-cladded, what is that, Molotov right there. And what's funny is the second he kills me, he ends up leaving literally like 15 seconds later. Like, that always happens. Someone kills me, and then they instantly leave. I don't know why. So anyways, I end up getting in my vehicle, and it's one of those silly chase the Kuruma around the entire map missions. And I was actually able to successfully do that one. So I made it to the area, got the T20, and I was actually able to bring that one back to my shop. Now, the next one doesn't really have anything to do with me importing or exporting vehicles. I'm pretty sure I was just goofing around for a little bit. It was in the same session, though. I actually had my Phantom Wedge out, and I get slapped with a sticky bomb in the back. I get exploded right there. And then as soon as I spawn, I get scoped, and I get sniped. So perfect start right there, just getting destroyed. And then literally, as he kills me, he says, well, I'll be getting off now. See ya. So apparently me getting killed by him was the satisfaction he needed in order to get off for the night. Anyways, let's get back to the import-export stuff. I had a couple successful sourcing runs, which I'm obviously not going to be showing you in this video. You guys are here for the fails and whatnot, obviously. And my next objective was to get an FMJ. I love that. Modern day Ford GT. I think those are super cool cars. So let's go ahead and try and grab that. So it wants to take us to the Vinewood racetrack. And I get in a Buzzard this time, and I get about maybe 10 seconds, and then boom, was destroyed. And I was looking around, and I was like, that person has to be off the radar. And I'm pretty sure they were. So I'm thinking to myself here, as I spawn in, I'm on the highway, I'm probably going to get blown up again. This is likely someone either off the radar or using an Akula with its stealth technologies. I don't stand a chance here. They're just going to keep firing over and over again. And that's exactly what happened here. I ended up getting destroyed. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm going to have to use the cops turn blind eye here, the ghost organization. And that's exactly what I did. This person was clueless, even though I was doing an import-export stuff as a CEO, and they were right next to the racetrack. They couldn't see the fact that there was like 8 FMJs racing around, and if they did, they would have known exactly what I'm doing. But once I turned on Ghost Organization, they were pretty clueless, and I was actually able to get this back to my office garage or the executive warehouse. And then it was time to almost sell a vehicle. Now I'm thinking to myself, this is kind of risky. Do I sell this in the lobby with the guy who's going to be after me? My ghost organization is going to be off. But I'm thinking to myself, let's risk it, shall we? So time expires, and I'm thinking to myself, let's take that T20 out. This is obviously a pretty cool vehicle, and this is going to get me $100,000 if I successfully sell it. So we start going down the road, and I immediately notice that there are explosions coming behind me. So someone is in a helicopter shooting me, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, this is the end here. I am totally going to die. And then all of a sudden, the same person that shot me earlier apparently ran his helicopter into a building. This guy is having the hardest time killing me when I am in pedestrian vehicles and he's in weaponized vehicles. So I actually almost wanted to give this little guy a chance to see if he could kill me. So what does he do? He instantly spawns. He gets his MC to get that oppressor out. Got to catch me before I get to the location. And now I'm actually thinking here, you know what? This could be pretty funny. So I actually start driving slower than normal. I'm like, can this guy in the oppressor actually catch up to me? And the next sequence is hilarious. It's him for the next mile and a half, literally not being able to kill me as I'm driving down, holding the throttle maybe 30% on my T20. And what do you know? The same person comes after me, chases me, and destroys me. So my vehicle was destroyed. Export vehicle over. The vehicle was destroyed. And what I also wanted to do was confirm that what happened to my Z-Type earlier was definitely by a modder, because that guy destroyed me with one bullet or one explosive. So I know that that wasn't the case. So my vehicle exporting was destroyed, and that was sort of the cap on the night right there. I have never had that many people try and go after me at once. I had my first exported vehicle destroyed, which means I'm no longer sitting at 100%. Which of course is a little bit unfortunate. And I also had my first import-export vehicle destroyed with an orbital strike, which I thought was pretty insane too, that someone would waste an orbital strike on something like me exporting a car. But maybe it was their free one that they've had over Christmas break, and maybe it cost them absolutely nothing. So who am I to judge? But once again, that right there is another adventure in Mr. Boss for the win, getting destroyed in Grand Theft Auto Online. Last week it was a car show. This week it's my vehicle cargo. Let me know if you guys want me to continue this series. It really happens naturally, just whenever I hop on Grand Theft Auto Online. People are always looking to get in the way of what I'm trying to do. But let me know if you want me to continue this series in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.